right, with Sean Brosnan. Colin, 355 today.
56.
356. Okay, I'm trying to give him a little bit.
I wish it was close, but yeah.
What do you tell your kids? Because like I love your mentality, and for coaching, you're always like shooting for the top, for them to be the best. Like, what do you tell an athlete going into like a big race like this, a pro meet?
Yeah, I mean, Colin is a little different. Obviously, he's had a little bit of experience with running against some of these guys, not like the field that was here today. But I just, today was more about, I said, listen, man, this is your last mile in your high school career. Just have fun. Go out there and, it's your day. Like, make it happen. We've been training, and he's been training, and he knows where he's at. He knows where he's supposed to be in the race. So it was a little given that way. But yeah, I mean, I just want him to have fun. He's not making a living yet at this. So it was just fun right there.
And he said it's his last mile race of the year. Can we expect to see him like in an 800 or 5K?
He's doing an 800. He has one more race left. He's going to do 800 at Brooks PR. And I think Colin's fast enough to go around I'd say 146, 147 if it goes out fast enough. And that was our big goal this season. And I've said it today a bunch of times. Like, we wanted the range. We wanted that 800 time, the mile, and then that 32. And he got that. We never got him in a 5K because it never aligned right. And in California, we're limited to races we could run in open. If it's a collegiate race, so we couldn't run any 5s for Colin. So, but otherwise, yeah, I think he has a good little portfolio of resume of times.
And talk a little bit too about his brother, Aaron Sahlman, because he ran 148 this year, and I feel like he's at least talked about, but he may end up being, the best one with that speed. And he ran under 9. Did he run 848? 848 in the 2 mile as well.
Yeah, and he ran 801 for 3K indoors. So 148. He's still young, 16, but. No, he's good. I mean, it's funny. I wouldn't pin anyone having more speed because Leo's pretty fast, Colin's pretty fast, and then obviously Aaron Sahlman's pretty fast too. They're all pretty similar in foot speed, but Aaron likes that 800. I think that's just like mentality he likes racing at, and he's just kind of a grinder at the end, and he loves that throwing in that last 150. He's racing a state meet in Fresno. I'm going to be watching. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there. So I'm excited to see what he can do today. It's just about the win, though, for him today. But, yeah, he could be another 146, 147 guy next year. He's running with Colin in Brooks PR. They're both doing the 800, so
that would be amazing.
It'll be Sahlman, yeah.
Also, you were talking a little bit, too, about how you feel like high school runners can be, like, a lot faster. And I think about it, too. I think about internationally, if we look at the African countries, they have kids breaking 4 like it's not anything big.
Yeah,
that's something like you think about too?
We do. I mean, I think that sets maybe a program aside from other programs, and at least what I think, we come in, we break those barriers down, like straight off the bat. We break the barriers down. Like, guys go to my camp and, we talk about it, and I think they really start believing in it, and then, like, they don't think 4 is fast. I mean, they just don't. And I get it. You could have a guy that's 430 and he's not going to break 4. Not everyone's going to do it. But he's got to think maybe 425 is not fast or something. And I just think I always said, when I first started coaching high school, I was always frustrated because I was like, everyone can be a lot faster than they are. Like, they're not thinking, they're just not thinking right, And I think at all levels, if you do that, that's how you raise the bar. And now we're at high school level. Let's get them to college and run faster, like what Nico's doing now. And then let's get them to go pro and run 1240, or whatever they could run. So,
honestly, I feel like, I always say this, I feel like in other sports, like in basketball, if you're trying to be an NBA player, by the time you're 18, you're feeling like, I want to be the best in the world.
Yeah.
Like LeBron James was trying to be better than Kobe when he was 18 years old. Is that the same mentality you kind of give to your kids?
I do. We don't put the age on it or anything like that. I get it. Those guys are stronger and they have more years behind them in training. But, I think at the end of the day, it's like, a half of it is the mentality. You got to have the build. You got to have the strength. You got to have the speed. I get it. And you got to have the, the aerobic capacity. But it's like, there's kids in high school all out there right now that could run what Colin runs. I guarantee. But they're either not doing it or they're doing another sport, or they're not, aligning all the stars to do that. I really believe that. So.
I believe that Colin Sahlman can break the record. I don't know. You may have seen this on the record. I think that he can break the record in the 800.
He definitely can. He can. I mean, I just like people want to see him against Gary Martin. That would be awesome to see him against what's his name? Flat. Yeah, Cade Flat. So it would be awesome to see it because, Colin can go out. I mean, he could handle 51, 52, and it would be pretty cool to see him in. I don't know Brooks PR if it'll go out, but hopefully it does. And I think if you have that inside rail in an 800, you don't waste any time on the outside. You could do it pretty fast. So
the other athlete I want to talk about too is Sam McDonald.
Yeah.
She's running great. Ran 440 this year.
Yeah.
status today.
Yeah,
just right
tonight.
now.
Yeah, I know.
California girls is insane right now.
I know. I just had a FaceTime with my team over there, trying to get them all pepped up for tonight. I have my wife and my assistant over there in Fresno with them. She could be a dark horse in that mile. I mean, it could be. I'm not going to talk the race plan because I don't know how soon this goes out, but she might surprise some people. Well, they're talking about her, but they might really talk about it tonight. She's ready to go. I mean, the whole season was based on this, and it's pretty historic that there's 3 girls under 440 and a 1600 in the same race in a high school state meet. It's pretty cool.
Do you see the women's mile record or girls mile, high school girls? I don't know if in this race particularly, but just overall.
Nate, well, unfortunately, I don't think it can because it's 1600. I wish we ran a mile at the state meet. That's what kills me. It's like there's not many miles, so it's like I don't know. I mean, we'll see what those girls want to do. I mean, Sam can go on a hot pace, and Sam could run on a slow pace and kick too. She's a lot faster than people think. That 208 was her first race back. She ran early in the season with no one around, and I mean, she's a 204, 205 girl. So it'll be dangerous to see her at the end, but I know those other girls that you can't, Sadie and Dahlia are pretty special too. So.
Yeah, well, you're doing a great thing with your program.
I appreciate it. Thank you, man.